I see that too. Empire is running a life insurance scheme. That's cap. That's matter of fact. Since we right there, let's talk about that. Let's talk about this. Where is it at? I seen that. I say, come on now, man. So let me just break down. If y'all don't know what Empire is, um, I've done multiple projects under Empire. Been knowing them guys for a long time. Then drove back and up and forth to the Bay and like that. And let me show y'all something real quick so y'all know what's going on. Empire Fizz. Empire. What's that name? Jacob Patel. What's that name? Hold on. Empire label. Where is this? Oh, here it go. Cash Patel. I said Jacob Patel. That's from the Raptors. All right. So it says FBI Director Cash Patel reportedly announced yesterday that an investigation into Empire Records is underway, stating that once sufficient evidence is gathered, the entire company could face charges. This development follows claims that artists like XX and Tashion, King Von, Young Dolph, Mo3, and PNB Rock had issues with payments from the label before their deaths, something Patel reportedly described as odd and suspicious. So let's talk about what Empire really. I said Cash Patel. I mean Jacob. Yeah, Cash Patel, Jacob Patel. So this is the thing when it comes down to Empire, right? Empire is not a traditional label. Empire has label services. They have almost everything that you could think about that's under a label. But they are a distribution company. And if you don't know what a distribution company is, a distribution company is some platform that a platform that you put your music through, and they put that out on all distributors and stuff like that, right? They have reps, they have people there. You know, certain people have their their team, their point person, whatever. They also offer, if you, let's say you want to do a project and they deem that, hey, it may be successful. They may say, we'll give you a cash advance. You get a 60-40. At the time, I know some people was getting, 80-20, 70-30. It all depends on how much leverage you got at the end of the day, right? But at the basis of it is a distribution service. If you take money up front, you're going to have to recoup whatever back that they gave you and shit like that. And they do that shit at a percentage. That's like any different company when it comes down to that. The thing is that with the other services, when they expanded and the bigger that they got, they're putting real big numbers on the board, and it became the destination spot for distributors to go. So there's a lot, like I think Shabuzi is on Empire right now currently. There's a lot of fucking huge artists that are on Empire. So they're getting the label services without actually being on the label. And yeah, so you had people like XX and Tashion who was huge on there. Does anybody think that XX and Tashion lost his life because Empire supposedly owed him some money? No. We know the story how XX and Tashion lost his life. You know what I mean? Same as King Von. Does Empire have anything with King Von being murdered? No. We already know the story about shit like that. We know the story about Young Dolph. We know the story about Mo3, and we also know the story about PNB Rock. All tragedies, but I don't understand like how that they can even directly link that to Empire. That doesn't make no sense at all. Yes, Juice WRLD as well too. You know what I'm saying? Draco as well too. Once again, we know the story with all of these men who have lost their lives. Like, we don't, how could that be tied to payments? Now, I see some people that say, hey, the life insurance policy part of it is a little shaky, But a lot of fucking labels are doing that right now. And if you think about it, right? If we're at a time right now that the labels are not, they don't have no fucking money like they used to. They don't have no fucking money like they used to. They're putting millions, hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars into, to these artists. Of course, they're gonna want to fucking have some type of security for their investments of what they're doing in a time right now where shit is just all fucked up right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now somebody said, did you have to sign the life insurance policy? No, but nigga, I haven't dealt with anything of that type of level when it comes down to the music and shit like that. But once again, remember what I told y'all before. This is a distribution company. You know what I'm saying? It's a distribution company. So even Rock Nation has one like that now too that they're doing, to where you can upload your shit. And I think the standard is 20% of any distribution company. You pay 20, you give them 20%, you could use their services, and then they'll put your shit on all the platforms, and they got other services for you and shit like that. You feel me? So yeah, I don't understand like why this is even a thing or how this can even be linked. And then a lot of times too, I know personally that Nima and Ghazi, if they really believe in something, they're going to put the money behind it. So a lot of these guys, yeah, even though they're not in the record label, they're getting, hundreds of $1,000s to radio promotions and, digital promotions and everything like that. That's also shit that people got to recoup. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. I mean, for a couple of times, shit, nigga, I ain't took some bread from them. You feel me? And I didn't get paid, nigga, for like 2 years. I had to fucking recoup. I had to fucking put that shit in and let the shit goes, because, and then, you have to, that's how they get they chili at the end of the day. So, if it's a thing of somebody put up a lot of bread and a lot, is still to be recouped, you're not going to get a check. You're not going to get a check. You're not. If I take $40,000 from these motherfuckers, if I don't pay them that $40,000 back, you're gonna look on the back end. They're gonna see every month. They're gonna say, okay, you're chipping away at this. You're chipping away at this. You're chipping away. You're chipping away until you get to where you is. And this is the thing: when you do these distribution deals, that's forever until otherwise. So let's just say you're an artist that's currently on Empire's roster, and you take a 70-30 deal, or you take a 60-40 deal, or you just use the distribution services and get the 20%. If you pass away, they're still liable to get that 20% from you, because that's the deal that you did when you was alive. 100%. So that's just the music industry. What's happening? It's your boy AD, aka PPG, man. And every day, come get in on the fun with us, man. We have Prize Picks, you know what I mean? The #1 daily fantasy sports in the game right now. And if you drop $5, you get $50 instantly in lineup credits when you use my code Cuhmunity. I'm gonna tell you one more time. All you gotta do is drop $5. You get $50 instantly in lineup credits. I know y'all see when we play every day. Well, come win with us, man. This is the Cuhmunity. Big shout out to Prize Picks. Let's keep getting it.